It's been a while since my last entry into this series, but with all the ride removals and rumors that have been spreading around the internet over this past year, I thought, why not bring this back up again? Today's victim will be Hersheypark, a giant theme park / amusement park located in the town of Hershey, not too far from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I have discussed in previous videos about the fate of their wooden roller coasters, but didn't dive into the other operating roller coasters that could face a similar fate. Looking over the park's lineup, the majority of the roller coasters are 30 years or newer, which would incline us to believe that there really aren't many good picks for destruction. Also, I would argue that plenty of their roller coasters are good quality attractions, which would be another reason to save them from removal. However, the biggest threat against any of their attractions is space. Hersheypark is rapidly expanding and with not much more room to grow, so even if a roller coaster isn't considered old or of higher quality, other factors will come into play. Wild Mouse, opened in 1999, built by Mock Rides. A Wild Mouse roller coaster is always a good attraction to add to your park lineup. It doesn't take up much space and pleases a large range of audience. Now, the reason I think this roller coaster could be removed is its location. The ride butts up right next to the water park, which is one of the park's most popular attractions. Removing the Wild Mouse may not free up a ton of space, but might be enough to build another water slide complex. Wild Mouse attractions can have a decent capacity if operated correctly, so that might be a reason to hold on to this coaster, but honestly, with another Wild Mouse type roller coaster located right next to it, Laugh Track, this attraction might simply feel like a redundancy. Wildcat, opened in 1996, built by Great Coasters International. I know I've discussed this wooden roller coaster in a previous video, but it's definitely worth mentioning once again. It's no secret that Wildcat is not a great roller coaster, it's rough and the layout is lackluster. This attraction faces a couple outcomes. First, it could be completely demolished, freeing up a ton of space for future expansion. Second, the attraction could get retracked either with their traditional wooden track or GCI's new Titan track. Once the Titan track was announced, Wildcat has risen rather high as one of their main contenders for this transformation. The final possibility is getting the RMC treatment. This was the most popular solution for quite some time, but since the Titan track was announced, I would prefer to see GCI's first roller coaster stay within their company. Lightning Racer, opened in 2000, built by Great Coasters International. Everything that I just said could become the same to Lightning Racer. It's another GCI roller coaster that could face all the same outcomes. The ride could be removed for future water park expansions, RMC'd, maybe the Titan track, but honestly, it really doesn't need fixed because I think this ride is in decent operation. So if I were to look over all those options, I think being removed for future water park expansions seems to be the biggest threat against Lightning Racer. Skyrush, opened in 2012, built by Intamin Amusement Rides. The wild card of the bunch, I know that many of you must be scratching your heads as to why rid this amazing airtime machine. Well, there are a few reasons actually. The first is ride experience. From what I've been able to gather, the ride was more intense than the park preferred, making it a niche attraction instead of a crowd pleaser like Candemonium. Second is the restraints. If the park wants to upgrade the restraints, I believe they would be forced to buy new trains, which is a costly endeavor. Third is the maintenance. I hear that Skyrush is an expensive coaster to operate. The trains burn through the replaceable parts, mostly because of the high G-forces that are bestowed upon it. All of these reasons alone don't seem enough to justify the removal of a major roller coaster like this, but with Candemonium less than 100 feet away, the park might be closer than ever to pulling the trigger on its demise. Storm Runner, opened in 2004, built by Intamin Amusement Rides. Since we're talking about Intamin attractions, what better time to bring up Storm Runner? It's been a while since I rode this exciting hydraulic launch coaster, but honestly, I would be more upset if Storm Runner got the axe over Skyrush. The layout is very exciting, even though it's a rather short ride. Hydraulic launch coasters are starting to show their age at a rapid pace. The maintenance cost of operating these attractions is rather high, so Storm Runner could be one major breakdown from being completely scrapped. The park has a couple aging steel roller coasters that might be approaching the end of their operational life, which is Trailblazer and Super Duper Looper. Both are harmless, reliable attractions that I wouldn't see going away unless something major happened. Trailblazer is a nice family mine train coaster, while Super Duper Looper serves as an excellent transition coaster working your way up to the more intense attractions. Well, those are the contenders for destruction. If I were to rank them from least to most likely, it would be Trailblazer, Super Duper Looper, Skyrush, Storm Runner, Lightning Racer, Wild Mouse, and Wildcat. Either Wild Mouse or Wildcat might be the next to go. Wild Mouse would be the easiest to remove. I mean, Hersheypark could simply sell the ride, then use the land for more water park attractions. However, Wildcat is just not holding up. It's a rough ride that really needs to be updated or replaced. Well, that concludes my list of roller coasters at Hersheypark that could get the axe. Which roller coaster do you think is most likely to be removed next? Let me know all about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. That way you'll continue to get great content provided to you by X Screen Thrills.